Okay, we will call this meeting to order. Do you think? What you got first?
Larry,
Roll call. Here.
Carolyn,
Here.
Jared?
Here.
Okay, so here are the claims, in the amount of $163,172.33. This is from, May 12th to today.
Everybody's had a chance to look at them. I'd
Yes,
entertain a
we have.
motion to pay the claim.
I'll make the motion we pay the
I'll
claims.
second.
All in favor?
Here's our adjustments for the month of May.
And again, everybody's signed on the line, so I'd entertain a motion to pay the adjustments.
I'll make the motion to pay the adjustments.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
And then, this is, we got paid for this little bit of property out here, you know,
Oh,
like the
yeah,
library.
yeah.
And I just need to know where you guys, it's already receipted in, I just have, it's, $1,300. I just need to know where you guys, where you guys want this to go. Do you want it to go in the rainy day fund? Do you want it to go in, local roads and streets? What fund do you want it to go into?
Well, it's got to do with roads. I mean, taking part of the road.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'd say put it in roads and streets.
That's fine with me.
I believe that'd be
And
good.
I've called Duke Energy twice about that stupid light down there on the corner that they won't move. Just leave it go and take a chainsaw to it.
Put where in the streets?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Bill, roads and streets, I think it's fine.
Okay. All right, so then, this is an update on our, for the employees for dental and vision. And the price is gonna go up a little bit. I just need to get you guys' okay for it to continue.
Who all is on the dental and vision?
Uh, Well, it doesn't say
'Cause
exactly.
sometimes they have it through some other,
No, this is through HRI Dental. It's the same ones we had. I mean, it's got the different plans on here.
do they have the, both guys got?
No, neither one of them do.
Oh.
No, they just have dental.
You know,
Yeah. So she just said in her email it was gonna go up a little bit, but I mean, the rates and stuff are back here on the plans.
there's not much you can do about that.
So, do you wanna look at it or?
go with it.
Yeah, I think so.
Vote on that.
If you want, yeah.
Just go to it. Everybody in favor?
Yeah, let's check into it, but I know our personal went up, so I'm saying it all.
Okay. So, the parade, the Coal Festival Parade will be on a Saturday, September 27th, and I need your approval.
Town Board of Governors approves the town to hold a parade on Saturday, September the 27th of 2025. Anybody have any conflict with that?
No, I read that today, so I think it's good.
And then I just got my minutes.
Okay.
You want me to read them? Want me to read them now? So our last regular meeting was May 12th. A regular meeting of the town of Dagger was held this date at Dagger Town Hall at 6 p.m. Roll was answered by Larry Bedwell and Terry Smith. Carolyn Gamble was absent due to illness. Dustin gave his report for the month of April on the sewer system. The pump on the Monroe Street lift station was discussed, and the board agreed to purchase a new pump for this lift station and rebuild the old pump as well. Terry stated that we will have 3 RAS pumps now. Claims are presented to the board in the amount of $84,811.84, consisting of 3 pages. Terry makes a motion to approve the claims as they stand, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor. There was a Duggar citizen present at the meeting. Larry asked him what he was needing to ask. The guy stated that he has purchased a house trailer and wants to locate it on Batman Street. He stated that he is doing repairs on it and going to build a porch on it. Larry told him that it was hard to make a determination if it was all right to bring into the town without seeing it. Terry stated to the guy that the board wants it to look nice. The guy asked if the board was all right with bringing in the house trailer, and Larry stated, as far as we know now, we are all right with it. Larry told him that he will have to get a permit from Sullivan County. Billy Sneed also told him that he will have to get a permit from NDOT as well. April adjustments were presented to the board. Terry makes a motion to pass the adjustments, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 3 hands in favor. A list of write-offs were presented to the board. Terry makes a motion for these write-offs, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor. Terry stated that we have to make sure that these meters are plugged or pulled when shut off. Terry stated that we need to make a list of these, so if they want to turn their water back on, they have to be responsible for paying the previous bill. Larry spoke of city pests for mosquito spraying again this season at the same cost as last year. Terry makes a motion for mosquito spraying, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor. Minutes were read from the last regular meeting, April 14, 2025. Terry makes a motion to pass these minutes as they stand, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor. 2 deeds were signed, and Deborah had questioned Mindy, who was responsible for the amount owed of the rewriting of Randall and Vicky Cutliff's deed. Mindy called Deborah to get the clarification on the situation once again, so the board could hear. Deborah stated that Becky Bress notified her that Mr. Cutliff was to be buried on the north space of the 2 spaces that he and his wife own. Mike Christie from Hunt Monuments notified Deborah that there was a problem with the marked spaces. He stated that Mr. Cutliff is on the south side of the headstone. Deborah stated that they did not ask Mrs. Cutliff north or south for the stone. Deborah told Mike there was a space available to the north of Mr. Cutliff and that the deed could be changed, but there is a $15 fee. Mike called Deborah back and said Mrs. Cutliff said that would be fine, but she doesn't remember telling Becky to bury Mr. Cutliff on the north traditional. She didn't know what that meant, so it was decided by the board that Becky Bress from Newkirk's Funeral Home would be responsible for the $15 fee for rewriting of the deed, $10 for the deed and $5 for the notary fee, thus equaling $15. Larry read ordinance number 5-2025 that deals with guidelines for people making copies or wanting copies made. Terry makes a motion to pass this ordinance, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor. Larry stated that the park is in need of a new flagpole. Terry makes a motion to purchase a new flagpole for the park, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor. Larry stated that we were supposed to receive bids for the 2 properties today, but did not receive any. Terry makes a motion to adjourn, with Larry seconding motion with a show of 2 hands in favor.
Questions?
Yeah, I had one that's, before it was, now listen to all the rest, now I forgot what it
You want
was.
to look through it?
Let me see just a second.
Okay.
It's toward the last. Oh, yeah. How much did we decide to charge for copies? people wanted for the ordinance.
So they're in
Because
the,
there's nothing
Yeah,
that says what to
there's,
charge you.
20, what, 10 to 20 cents.
they're in the book here. Ordinance is in the book. Right here. There's the ordinance.
25, this is ordinance to establish requirement for copy and fees. Uh, Documents shall not be removed from the town hall. Copies made by a town employee using town copier shall cost 20 cents per page, limited to 5. Any copies exceeding 5 will be 50 cents. Individuals providing your own copier and paper make copies on site for 10 cents. Copying must be conducted on site during regular business hours, which are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Original documents used for copying must be returned to the exact binder and location from which they were taken. Town documents may not be marked, written on, highlighted, altered, or damaged in any way. And this ordinance superseded and is effective 5/20/25. So that's the answer to your question,
And I don't have to sign this because I was absent from the meeting, so
right?
legally I don't have to sign, okay. Well, that sounds good, I just didn't know what it was. Okay, that's all I have. That's nice.
Okay. No questions or answers or corrections, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll let you do that because I haven't done here.
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes as read.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Passed. Okay, I guess we'll go with this. I saw y'all looking at it, you know what we're looking at. And the consumer debit credit cards, be a $2.25 charge. Well, 2.25% you've got. What does that mean?
That's the customer's charge. That's what,
2.25% of the total bill?
that's what their charge is when they use their credit card to pay it.
See what I'm talking about? It says
Mhm.
2.2.
Yeah.
It's common these days, Larry.
That,
It's common.
That's normal.
It's normal.
Restaurants are
That's the
3%.
going rate.
what?
That's the going rate.
Yeah, that's what the Visa company or whoever
Yeah.
to swipe your card, that they charge a percentage of that transaction. It's not a straight fee, it's a percentage.
It's not what?
It's not a straight fee, it's a percentage. It's not like $2.25 every time. It's a percentage of what you spend. So if you charge $1,000, it's more than if you charge $10.
So you're paying 2.25% of the total bill.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't make sense. And e-checks, ACH is 65 cents per transaction. What do you want to do with it?
I would say they adopt it.
Adopt it?
Yeah.
I entertain a motion.
Making a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll
they adopt
second it.
All in favor? Okay, and get a line down.
Okay.
Yeah. It's smart.
What else you got?
Well, did you guys want to do the thing for the shelter house?
Well, do we need to talk to Brody further
I think
on
so.
that? I think we might table that till the next
Okay.
meeting because we need to,
Uh,
I'd like to get started on it sooner though than a month.
Well,
See,
but
this is-
it takes 8 weeks to get the windows.
Yeah.
Total of $15,798.44. And he would like the money for the materials
Mhm.
so he can get those ordered. This is the only bid we got on that.
I believe so.
Well, we got one from, didn't we get one from Shepherd?
I never
That's
seen it.
for the outdoors,
Oh, okay.
shelter from the tree fall.
I'd entertain a motion to proceed with this repair and on the small shelter.
I I think we ought to table that till we talk to him and make sure, because we added trim on the inside of the windows to dress them up a little bit.
Okay.
In fairness to him, I don't want
Just
Okay.
want to make sure we're on the same page as how to do each window,
to, yeah,
but the rest of it looks good.
You're over the,
Well, I'll call him. I'll call him.
you're okay with that, right?
What?
You're okay with that?
Yes, I am. I sure am.
on the teepee there that the tree fell on. I've been after Shep for a month to get it. He promised me he'd have it here tonight, and he hasn't got it, so. Is this pig, Nathan Pig,
Yeah. Brody.
Brody Pig, is $4,367.40. 2367.40 for material, for 2,000 for labor.
I think that sounds very reasonable myself.
All in favor? Okay,
Can I have a cop, can I get a copy of that?
You want me to go make you a
Oh.
copy?
Well, no, yeah, well, I'll wait.
yeah,
20 cents.
Tree fell on
is this gonna be all of them,
No, that just gets one more,
one more?
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I think we ought to look at getting one on Mason Street and one on Monroe Street. Yeah.
It's a monitoring more or less for the lift stations and get it tied into our emission control system. $2,120. And 1 year sale-free
Here's the copy.
website.
Here's the original.
Thank you.
327, so it'll be 2,000.
A little bit louder, Larry. I forgot my hearing aid. And that's the truth.
Be $2,467.40 for the mission. You gonna put it on what, which one?
We either put it on Hunley's or Mason.
Mason's a little bit more hidden out of sight, I don't know. You can decide.
Okay.
Let me see if you don't care. I can see.
And we got one on Johnson.
Do you care to explain to me what this is?
You get a report every month,
Uh-huh.
how many hours the pumps ran, which one ran, how many hours. And
So it would just be on the pump that it's on, that's why you're trying to decide was Mason Street or up there on Monroe?
Right,
You'll also get a high alarm if something
Yeah.
happens.
you get alarms. If
Yeah.
it trips, you get an alarm. If
Yeah.
it's high,
I'm in favor of getting it, but which one? I wouldn't be,
need it on all of them,
Knowledgeable,
really.
I
I mean, it's just
I know.
spreading out the.
Yeah.
The pain
Mason
and
Street,
pain for it.
Mason Street overflows, it goes in the lake too.
Pardon me?
Mason Street overflows, it goes in the lake, so. Something like that.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to move forward with this.
I'll make the motion, we move forward with it.
I'll second it.
Okay.
That's mission, right?
It's B.L. Anderson.
So are you gonna call him and let him know
They install it.
No,
Okay. Is that all you got? Anybody got anything you want brought up or anything you want to say? Anybody?
There's somebody signed up before
How
me.
about Dustin?
Dustin needs
Oh,
to
yeah,
get his.
that's when you got to do your thing.
Sorry, I was a couple minutes late. Drove from northern Wisconsin, 110.
Don't tell Billy.
Yeah, it's pretty short because it's the only thing I can manifest here.
You're good. You're fine. I'll be posting that CCR or certifying the CCR this month. It's due July 1st. We have the new pump installed in Monroe Street. Installed the new alternator on the RAS. I ordered 4 new UV bulbs, but only received 1. So reported that to USA Blue Book. We should be getting 3 more sometime shortly. And the final permit for the wastewater be issued soon. We got a notice paper. I don't know if that's something new to me. Usually that notice paper comes with the whole report. But did you receive a whole report, Mindy? From IDEM for the wastewater?
No, I haven't gotten it.
Yeah, I didn't. We only got one paper. So, and then I forgot to put this down on there. We have a water inspection on June 19th at 10:30 with the new IDEM water inspector. So it's either here or at the water tower. I'm not sure who all's going to be there, but
I'll be there.
and he should be sending us an email on he'll want a whole list of paperwork. He'll send us a list of paperwork he wants to look at. So we'll have that ready for him so we're not digging through everything. And as soon as we get it, I'll get with you. But that's basically all I got. You guys got any questions for me?
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin.
Have a good day.
You just drive slow.
Yes, sir.
You got that?
Mindy, if we can make an announcement with that new state law going into effect next month for this live streaming, we need at least 50 subscribers to our YouTube channel so I can get rid of this and move to an iPad. We can just set up in the back of the room, be much easier. So we just want to make a note. The YouTube channel is just the Town of Duggar. That's what it's called.
And you need like what, 50 subs?
50 subscribers, yeah. So we can do a mobile stream.
It's just called Town of Duggar.
Yep.
You have to have 50 subscribers.
Yeah. Right. Otherwise, I have to do it like this. Have this set up. But once I get 50, I can just use an iPad to set on a tripod and be out of the way.
There a cost involved in that?
No.
Get a sign-up sheet.
They just got to go online on YouTube to our channel and hit subscribe. So tonight's just a trial run before next month.
Put it on reach.
You never put it on reach.
Yeah. And you can even put a note up there, you know, people look at it,
Mhm.
if they want to sign up for it.
Mhm.
You have to have the list of people that sign up.
No, it shows up.
Okay.
Yep. Just tell them go to YouTube and search for our channel, Town of Duggar, and hit subscribe.
Yes, we got another little business here. We're gonna sell a couple of lots here in a little bit. Maybe.
You search Town of Duggar.
Bill, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, I just got one thing. First of all, after 7 months, the new police vehicle come in finally. So hopefully next month or so, it'll be up and running for patrol. One thing we didn't talk about that was brought to Justin's attention here a couple months ago, his radio quit working in his police vehicle,
Type in
so they had to do
channel.
some work on it. So he took it to commercial radio. And they said that those radios are pretty much obsolete. They can't get parts for them. The only way they can get parts for them is on Amazon, hoping somebody's got parts for them. The second thing is, I talked to Chris Doty with Commercial Radio. He said within the next 5 years, the P25 phase is going to go to the second phase, which has to do with the trunking system. And the radios that we have in our police cars will be obsolete. They won't be able to program. So I didn't know if you guys wanted us to milk these radios for the next 4 or 5 years and hope that nothing else breaks down on them, or if we wanted to, since they're getting ready to start to put the console and everything in mind, just to go ahead and get 2 new radios. He gave me a quote on both of them. They're $3,900 a piece. So I'll let you guys decide on how you wanna do that.
Can we trade that tire we put on the Caprice? in?
I think we need to do that. Great job.
We can take it out and edit.
Yeah.
That's the first one that pops up. I don't even see anything for
Reason to look.
anything new.
It's just a matter of deciding, do we want to gamble and keep the ones we got and end up having to buy new ones after we've already fixed these?
Yeah.
Or do we want to buy new ones?
And here's the thing, you know, if we gamble and wait 2 years and one of them or both of them break in the next 2 years, is the price going to double? Because we're not the only ones going to need these radios. It's going to be statewide, it sounds like.
County got these now.
No, they don't even have the new ones yet. No, they were talking about getting a few of them when they get their new batch of cars.
But they're all compatible with each other.
Yeah, right now they all are. Yeah, the old radios, they're all compatible. They still work. But when they go to that second phase of the P25 trunking, then no, they won't work.
But this is compatible with what they have now.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
that will be. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. You mean with dispatch? Yes.
But after so many years, they change. You have to change even if yours is working. Is that correct?
Yes, because it will not be compatible for the new trunking phase. Thomas, have they said anything to you guys about the fire department on them radios yet?
On the 800s?
Yeah.
No, the only thing we use them for is to land helicopters.
So, yeah, so basically.
We're all VHF, so.
But since this is broken, we might as well.
Well, no, it's been fixed. It's been fixed, right, Justin? Your radio's been fixed?
With used parts,
Okay, so,
sometimes I key up and I can talk, sometimes I don't, so we just make it work.
All in favor of the new radios? Entertain a motion by the new radios.
That's mine.
We can take it out of it at a quick.
Okay. I'll make the motion. We buy it.
That's why I do
I'll
just the
second it.
All in favor?
regular one that pops up with those.
thank you. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah,
I don't like
channel
spending money.
that pops up
Or
with-
the town's money.
That'll cost you.
I don't know how
That'll
to
cost you.
channel on each.
Sir,
Exit out of it.
I just had a quick question, for the marshal. Do you know the approximate cost right now off the top of your head for the new?
Yeah, I just gave him a quote.
Okay.
I got it from Commercial Radio just Friday.
Yeah.
33,
39.
39.
$9 a piece.
I think it was $33.90.
Oh, $33.90.
Yeah, 3390.30. 3,390.30 per.
And that's per unit?
Yes.
Mhm.
And how many units is he gonna buy?
2.
two.
Thank you.
Anybody else got any? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm the knucklehead that had a little fire problem out there on the water meter base.
Okay.
And if that was a metal lid to begin with, how did it get damaged?
It was a plastic lid.
It was a plastic lid. Really?
Yeah.
The whole
Good thing I didn't
thing.
hit it with the mortar then.
The plastic lid, when we put the new drive-by read meters come with a plastic lid with the antenna
Some
built
of them did.
into it. And of course, the meter is also plastic, the top of it.
Right.
So,
And I thought it was a metal lid, but anyway, yeah, it just kind of got away. I thought the meter was actually underneath the tree trunk itself. I had no idea. So then it was a little too late.
You did read my suggestion to contact your insurance company,
Right.
see if they would pay for it.
Yeah, so well, I was just kind of curious, is $500 for the
Yeah.
the meter lid?
No, the meter's what, three,
I'm not sure, it was $284 when we bought the first bunch, and the plastic lid was
Yeah.
$35, and the plastic ring was $35.
I got it, I
That's 2
called,
years ago price.
I called,
Walker,
wholesale, what,
Utility.
Walker,
Tilly's.
and he's the one that sent me the current prices on there, and that's what, I sent you a copy of that, didn't, and had highlighted what the meter cost, what the lid and the antenna cost.
Put a link on our website.
I think I had all that included in the letter.
I have to
Probably did
search.
the second page.
Yeah.
Just seen the
I was
first
just
one. Well,
gonna
I
bring it
better
up
go
and subscribe, but I
mean,
can't find it.
Well, the letter reads like I intentionally set a fire on top of it, or
Yeah.
build a fire on there.
Yeah.
Well, it just kind of got away from me running
Yeah.
down the ditch line there. It's all pine.
Yeah.
So it took off pretty quick.
It's just one of them things that in the ordinance, it's whether,
Right, well, I
Yeah.
just tried to figure out
yeah.
$500 for that.
We've had other people that hit the lid with their mower, cost them about $300. Sorry, and add insult to injury because of the damage that you had, but we've got to comply with our ordinances or the state board of accounts,
Well, yeah.
put her in jail.
So where's okay.
Hey,
So the other's probably just labor and.
talk to Caitlin. And if you're having trouble paying it, you can set it up over what we're doing now, an 8-month period.
I think there's two different options. I think it's a 6-month, maybe a 3-month plan. I think it's a
We can
6
work
month.
with you on that. But check with Caitlin.
Oh, that's not a big deal. I was just curious about the total on it. So.
Yeah. Anybody else got a question? All right, like I said, we've got 2 pieces of property.
I signed up on this. I just gonna ask curiosity, where are we at with the cleanups on property and the letters and fines and all that kind of stuff? Get properties cleaned up
I
around
just-
town.
Gave Mindy this stuff today to send out to file 2 liens on the property that we monitored for a month. We'll do it again next month and add another one. And we're just gonna keep doing that until we get them all. But it's just a little bit more work than I'm wanting to do, and don't wanna put a big load on her all at once.
That makes sense, as long as we're moving in the right direction.
But, we'll get there.
Larry, I do have something on the property. Last month, you wanted me to talk to the owner there beside the park that had the trailer, part of the trailer that they started tearing down. I did talk to the owner's son. The owner's in pretty bad health. The son just moved back into the little house there by you, Jerry. And I talked to him the other day, and he said he's gonna do his best to start working on that. And I explained the ordinance to him. Also got his father's phone number and address if you wanted to send an ordinance notice to him. But he said he was gonna try to start working on that and getting that trailer finished tore down.
Which one you talking about? The one?
Right there across from the community building on Hickam
Oh, okay,
Street.
yes. Now I got you. Yeah,
Northwest corner.
yeah, he needs to clean that up.
Yeah.
Especially where it's at.
Yeah.
Everybody coming into town. All right, we'll get on that. Like I said, there's 2 pieces of property in town that was advertised in the paper. For 2 weeks, last month. We've got a property on Church Street, there's a lot, and one on Laughlin Street, there was a railroad track. So, I know who's on the bid, so I'm gonna turn it over to Carolyn and Terry, and I'll go somewhere and sip on my cup of coffee.
You don't have
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
Somebody stick your
So
head
one
out the
of,
door and holler
there's
at
2
me.
offers there.
Okay.
One of them's very light, and I can explain why. But it's up to you guys. You're not gonna break my heart if you don't know. On one of
That's
them,
y'all's
anyway.
decision to make.
So as far as the property on Laughlin Street, there's a couple issues. There's,
Yeah, there's two properties here, one, the one he's talking about, the railroad track, and the other lot on Church Street.
so as far as the Laughlin Street proposal goes, if I buy that, I'm gonna have to clean up that burned out building. That's gonna be quite a bit of cost. There's an RV sitting there that may be on the railroad property. So trying to figure out how to get rid of that may involve going to court.
There's a guy that says he's got the title to it.
I know, yeah, but, you know, they gotta come, you gotta be able to make them come get it, so.
Yeah.
Trying to deal with that, that's gonna be a hassle, so time, money. The other thing is, I've looked at every deed, every abstract, every, you know, the GIS, to try to find the exact property line of that thing is almost impossible. So, if I do, because as you know, I rent property. If I do try to build like a small cabin on there, I'm gonna have to get that thing surveyed. So I know that I'm not crossing the property line. They said it's railroad property on both, obviously the railroad's on one side, it's railroad property on the other according to GIS. But if I cross the line and that somehow gets divided out into other lots, then I'm buying more property
Okay.
post building. So anyway,
Okay, I'll read them. Purchase order, and the date on 6/4/25. Purchaser offers to buy real estate herein the property known as 8101 East Church Street in the town of Dover, Cass Township, Sullivan County, Indiana, which is legally described as D&N Coal Company's second lot 10, parcel number 77-09-01-332-092 000-002 in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth below. Purchase price. Purchaser agrees to pay $2,000 for the property. Conditions of purchase. This will be an as-is purchase. Method of payment, cash transaction. Purchaser will take possession of property upon closing. The purchaser's signature is Lawrence L. Bedwell II, dated 6/4/25. That's for the one on Church Street. Then the one that he's talking about by the railroad track, that's small thing. Purchaser officers buy real estate here in the property known as 7918 East Laughlin Street in the town of Dover, Cass Township, Sullivan County, Indiana, which is legally described as Neely and Miller's Addition plot of lots 39, part of lots 39 and 40. Parcel number is 77-09-02-441-068.000-002.
interesting.
I'm just looking at the, see that. It said the parcel number. I worked in the treasurer's office for a lot of years. I know I understand the parcel numbers of that one. Okay, .000-002 in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth below. Purchase price. Purchaser agrees to pay $250 for the property. Conditions of purchase. This will be an as-is purchase. Method of payment, cash transaction. Purchaser will take possession of the property upon closing, and the purchaser's signature signed 6/9/25, Lawrence L. Bedwell II, known as Lonnie.
Very.
Okay, that's the two. So do we make a decision, or do
If
we
you got any questions, you can
I
ask
mean,
questions.
that's
Feel
the
free to
first
ask questions. I
see
think,
of it? But
I think the one, like I said, it's not very much money, but there's a lot of work there. And, you know, I don't know how much.
Well,
the
they were
town-
supposed to clean the one up on Church Street. They never done it. So,
Well, they got about half of it. They
yeah.
did take that, I think, so you guys took the house out. I think. The house was, I don't know who cleaned the house up. So there was a house there, or was that
Yeah.
1K bought? The house may have been on 1K bought.
yeah, there's no anything on
No,
it.
there's nothing on there. It's,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
started
about
seeing
half
this one.
cleared out. There's
So I don't know
brush.
if I don't know if 2,000 is enough for that or not. I really don't know, but probably this one here, I doubt we could even hardly sell it, so, but If you guys think it's fair, I don't know.
I'd love to have sewer water customers.
The one on Church Street, I plan on building it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a good thing, because that's good for the town.
Yep.
So it's just a,
The one on Laughlin, I don't really know why I want it, but it's a
there
gamble.
isn't any.
I'm kind of gambling on a little bit, so.
Yeah.
But I'm fine if you think it's reasonable. I don't know about that. I can't say.
I'm good
I know
with it.
probably high these days, but then you gotta have interest, someone that's interested in it, so. So
Well,
Larry gonna
And you know
come
me,
in
I'll
here.
keep my properties clean too.
Sure.
When you guys are done, he's going to. So have you decided then?
I
He
say
doesn't
we
wanna
sell it.
vote on it.
Huh?
Larry doesn't wanna vote on it.
I don't,
I think he's thinking conflict of interest.
yeah.
Conflict of interest.
Okay. Well, do we wanna make a motion then that we,
Yep.
sell
I'll
the
make the motion,
properties
we sell it.
Lawrence Bedwell the second?
Yep.
Okay, you make the motion?
Yep.
I'll second it. All in favor? So.
Well,
Just don't hold against us.
I was almost hoping you'd say no on that. I'm not gonna lie at all. Like I said, I hated to offer that much, but then I almost made an offer and say, I'll give this much if I clean it, this much if you clean it.
They're done.
But then the difference would have been, you guys wouldn't have done it. It would have been, what it is, I'll eventually get them cleaned up. How long before you start sending letters out? I shouldn't ask that question.
A week or so.
He sends the letters, so.
I'll do my best. It may take me a little while.
What'd I do?
You send out the letters for the properties.
I asked him how long I got to clean my property.
Will you
Before I
take,
get fined.
you'll have to keep this, will you?
I've got the newspaper advertisement in there if you wanna see it. Yep. You got a quote on that building?
Yeah, I seen that one.
See this one, I looked at that one.
Where's it on Church Street? You're gonna be cleaning up.
Yeah.
That's it, where at?
It's just a block, you know where Kay Gamble is?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, you know where that church burned out?
Yeah.
Be just east of that. There's the house on the corner. I actually have a purchase offer in on it, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. There's some legal stuff going on there. But that's why I just got one that vacant lot, because I was like trying to buy that house.
He would do
Yeah.
better work.
But it's that house they just painted, got the red boards on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got two bids on repairing that little shelter out there that the tree fell on.
So Kay
One,
actually
two, say Nathan,
bought a lot between
You mean Brody?
Brody
that lot. and
Brody
the
Pig.
guy that's-
Brody Pig.
Yes.
submitted a bid of $4,367.40. Gary Shepherd submitted a bid of $6,279.
Yeah, I've seen that place, yeah.
How much was,
Oh, sorry.
I see it.
So she can look at it.
Yeah, be nice if they could do something with the old Methodist church place.
That's one of those places they need to get on.
Yeah.
sorry.
All right,
That guy.
what's your pleasure on this low bid or?
We just want to know the cleanup
Probably, I would think.
What it's worth, yep. Yeah, I don't. I mean, if we go with the bigger bid, we gotta justify that, so.
So we're gonna award this bid to Brody Pig,
Mhm.
all right?
Was that the $6,200 bid?
I'm sorry.
Was that the $6,200 bid?
No, that was $4,367.40. The other bid was $6,279.
Thank you.
Do we know like, the type of materials? And is that would make a difference in who was gonna use what type of materials? I mean, I really don't know on that.
All right, anybody else got anything they'd like to
Done like
say?
it was before, if we want done like the original.
Hey, Isaac,
Yeah, what's up?
one last thing. Can you put about that YouTube channel subscription? I'm gonna put, myself or Caitlin will put up a link on our town website. They can click and take them right to the channel as well. Our channel our town website's townofdugger.org. So it may be easier, just go to our website, click the link to subscribe.
Okay, and will that be up before Friday?
Yeah, it should be up by Friday.
Okay, because that's when we cramp.
Okay.
Anybody else? Last call. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.